Hello guys, my name is Lord Suna. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, then please do so now. Today I'm going to give you an introduction of website development. Today I'm not going to give any practical tutorial, but I'm going to tell you things that are required when you want to develop a website or when you want to create or build your own website. Now, you may be interested in website development for many reasons, either for fun or to host your files or to keep, or some people use it to store or save their files, okay, or to save important documents, okay, or you want to use it to create a website for business or commercial purposes, okay. Now, two main things are involved in websites building, or when you want to create a website, two main things are involved. So the first one is hosting, okay. So hosting company. So when we say hosting is the company or people or where your files are stored or are saved. The hosting company provides a server that your files are saved for retrieval, okay. So now you need a hosting company. You need someone who has to host your files for you, and likely we have a lot of hosting companies that does that. Example is sonafree.com. It's a free hosting company, so they host your file for you freely. You don't pay, you don't have to pay for that. That doesn't mean that all hosting companies are free. No, we have hosting companies that take like $50 per year, $75 a year. We have those companies too. We have that are also cheap. They take $25 per year. Okay, so the hosting company is also, or is the one thing that you have to get first, because that is where you will be uploading your files, your images, your video files, your documents, your text. That is where you are going to build the website on. You are not going to host the website on your local computer, okay? The computer that you are going to use, you are not going to use it for accessibility. Hosting is a little bit complex, so normally it's not something that you want to do yourself unless you want to have, or you want to build a hosting company, okay? Because if you are hosting the file yourself, there's a way that you can host a file yourself, but when light is out, everything is going to end. It's complex. It's not something that I will advise you to do unless you plan to do so, okay? So after getting your hosting company that you will load your files on, the next thing that is a must or you need to get is domain name, okay? Domain name are a name that ends with com, net, org, xyz, co, and others. Okay, there are a lot of domains name, or we call them domain extensions. They are there a lot. Okay, we call them top level domain. .com, .net, .org. They are most popular top level domain. Okay, so example, sonafree.com is a domain name, google.com is a domain name, facebook.com is a domain name. So the domain name, it is the name that link to your website. It's an address to your website file. So example, if maybe you have an image on your website, or you are hosting video files, or you have created some content article, you have written some article and you want somebody to access it. So we have a lot of files on the internet. So to be able to locate those files, there have to be a name or a domain name that have to be typed or in the browser that the browser will call. So what happens is that the domain name is connected to your hosting. Okay, it's connected to your hosting files or the hosting server. So example, sonafree.com is a domain name. So when you type sonafree.com in your browser, the browser is going to search for sonafree.com and is going to follow it to where the files are uploaded. That is the hosting, the server. So that is what the server do. The domain name alone can't do anything. If you purchase a domain name without connecting it to your server, it won't do anything. When you search, the domain name will come alright, but no file will appear because it's not connected to anything. There's hosting. The domain name doesn't host your file. It's just a name that is given or that you bought for your file. So domain names are not free. Domain names are not free, and you have to buy them from domain registrars. So you can also buy a domain name at sonarfree.com. When you go to sonarfree.com hosting, you can also buy it from there, or you buy it from GoDaddy, a very big domain registrar, Namecheap, Freenom, a lot of them are there. Then you search for your domain name. When it's available or nobody has taken it, then you can purchase it for your website. Okay, so those are the most basic things that you need. As I said, I won't do any practical tutorial today, but in my next video I will be doing that practical. If you have any question that you want me to do a video about for you, please don't hesitate to comment it in the comment section below of this video, and I'll try my best and do video about it for you. Okay, so you need the domain name. So think of the domain name that you want to give to your website and the hosting company. Now, in case you don't have money, okay, maybe this is your first time and you don't have money, but you want to create a website and let your friends know about your website, you can use something that we call free hosting. And likely sonarfree.com provider, you go to sonarfree.com, you can do that freely. You host your file, you upload your files freely. Nobody's going to charge you anything, freely. Then if you don't have money again to buy your domain, then you can use something we call subdomain. So a subdomain is a name that is attached to somebody's domain, meaning you don't own the main domain yourself, so you are going to use a subdomain, a name attached to it. So for example, sonarfree.com is a parent domain, so the subdomain, assuming you want to create a website and have the name as John, so you are going to give a name like john.sonarfree.com. so the John attached to the sonarfree.com is a subdomain, so many two dots are involved in this domain. Okay, so john.sonarfree.com. so you can see that we have two dots. Okay, two dots involved in it. In case you are adding www, there's going to be three that www dot. So you can see that is subdomain. Even the www itself, in addition to sonarfree.com, is a subdomain. Okay, so you can also create it's not a crime to use subdomain, so you can use subdomain to host your website freely at sonarfree.com, and everything will be working for you. So when you get there, we call something SSL certificates, and I think you can create your website for the meantime whilst you are looking for SSL certificates. So if you want to build a website, if you are not ready to use the free hosting or the free subdomain, then you need to search or buy your domain now, and also purchase your hosting plan that you choose. You choose that you can host your file. Once again, my name is Lord Sona. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, then please do so now, because in this channel I bring